We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Once you get in the room, let me know that you can hear me. We are live coming from North Carolina. We got a big live event ahead of us. We are going to talk about one of the most powerful new softwares that anyone can use to fix their credit on their own, and people are getting crazy results. So you want to tune into this, make sure you hit that like button. Let us know where you're at once you get into the room. Tell me that you can hear me clearly, ladies and gentlemen, because we had some audio issues last week's live. So let me know where you're at, where you're from. I'm in North Carolina, originally from Los Angeles, California, but I reside on the East Coast in North Carolina now. What's up in Texas? We got everybody rolling into the room. There we go. South Carolina. Awesome. You can hear me. No audio issues today. That's so amazing. Awesome. New York in the house. Let us know where you're at. Tell us where you're from as soon as you get in here. Madison, Alabama, New Jersey, Mississippi. Mississippi, unfortunately. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Boston, Massachusetts, Austin, Texas, Portland. What up? What up? Portland, Tennessee. Charles, I see you over there. Florida rolling in. Pittsburgh in the house. Ray, Hawaii. Hawaii is one of the places I really want to go to. I've slept on for far too long. It's time for me to go to Hawaii. There we go. Massachusetts. Reside in Massachusetts from the Bronx. Simone, Louisiana, all the way from down south. In Virginia, Baltimore, Puerto Rico, Pennsylvania, Miami, Florida. I love Miami, just in case if anybody wanted to know. Illinois, Texas, Ridgeway, South Carolina, Philadelphia in the house, Mississippi. There we go. North Lake, Illinois, Minnesota. Is it still cold in Illinois? I know you guys deal with a lot of snow out there. Yeah, make sure everybody hits that like button so we can get more people in the room. We're going to talk about one of the most powerful AI credit repair softwares that anyone can use to fix their credit. The days of paying credit repair companies thousands of dollars are over, ladies and gentlemen. I helped create one of the most powerful AI credit repair softwares out there that anyone can use. The Tennessee, Southern Cali. I love California. I was from there. Los Angeles, Corpus Christi, Texas, California, Minnesota, North Lake, Illinois. There we go. Federal loan expungement. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you all the information. Try to give you as much as I can first, and then I'm gonna save the last part of the live so I can open up for any Q&A. So make sure that you stick around because I will answer every single question that I possibly can until I just get too exhausted. Okay? But there's no question that's too big. There's no question that's too small. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I think I'm gonna hit 13 years. Or 14 years. 14 years in November. I've been battling out with the credit reporting agencies. What up, big boy? Mike, what up? You the best, bro. Hey, I appreciate that, big boy. I appreciate that. It really means the world to me. Augusta, Georgia. I was just in Atlanta, Georgia last weekend with my son. We missed you, G. Cruising past Tennessee. Hey, Encino, New Mexico. So yeah, I really want to talk about this AI credit repair software that anyone can use to attack any negative items on your credit report. It's very important for everyone to understand that AI is truly taking over every single industry, and credit repair is no different. AI credit repair is the future, and anyone can use it to their advantage. The problem is credit repair companies have been scamming Americans for so long for thousands of dollars, and now that their time is up. We've called their jig. I've been working on this for a really long time, ladies and gentlemen. The credit agencies are corrupt. That's correct. We're going to lead with this, ladies and gentlemen. Has anybody ever wondered how much the credit reporting agencies make? Well, today we're going to use Experian as an example. If you guys can see this, it's a little not too big, not too small. But I really want to preface how much the credit reporting agencies made. This is Experian from 2022. They made $3 billion in revenue from external customers' data activity. Did you guys hear this from me real quick? They made $3 billion from external customers' data activity, okay? They literally are making money from your data. So whenever you sign up for Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, there's always going to be a disclaimer. Disclaimer is going to tell you that they're going to sell your information to a third party. The more that they can keep you down, the more that they can profit from you. Because the credit reporting agencies make money from selling your information to subprime lenders. This is very important to understand. They don't make money from selling you credit reports. Everybody, did everybody hear me? They don't make money from selling credit reports. Big data is a billion-dollar industry. By the time of 2032, it is going to be a trillion-dollar industry. That's insane to think about, that there's that much money behind big data. But understand, your information is being sold to the highest bidders out there. So another way that the credit reporting agencies make money is the banks pay them, the lenders. In order to put something on your credit report, they must pay Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and all of the other data furnishers in order to report it on your credit report. They don't get to put it on your credit report for free. So when you're struggling to fix your credit and you're wondering, why won't they delete it? Because there's too much money involved. Imagine this. If they just deleted everything because there were actual errors or any issues or discrepancies on your credit reports, then how would the credit reporting agencies make money? They wouldn't make money from reporting your information to the actual credit reporting agencies. They would not make money from the lenders. The lenders are paying to report your information. This is why they put up a big fight. This is why it is difficult to fix your credit. And this is why I helped create DisputeBeast, the most powerful advanced AI credit repair software ever created. DisputeBeast is the only software that will attack all 12 credit reporting agencies. Now, you hear 12 and you're like, but hold on, there's only 3. No, there's not just 3. There are 12 credit reporting agencies, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand that when you're just attacking with just 3 credit reporting agencies, this is why it becomes less effective, because the information is everywhere. Remember, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are selling that information to other data brokers, other credit reporting agencies. Let's go over the list of all the credit reporting agencies. So it's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax are the big 3. They're the ones that are the big head honchos that make the most money. Then underneath them, you have LexisNexis, LCI, Anovis, ARS, Credco, Clarity, DataX, Microbilt, and FactorTrust. These 12 are the main credit reporting agencies. There are more behind these, but these ones right here are the ones that are storing and using your information against you because they're getting paid for it. So you have to understand that everything on your credit report is structured in Metro 2 compliance reporting. So all of these 609 letters are becoming less and less effective because they're not structured in Metro 2. They only choose one format of disputing. There are 3 different formats to dispute: Metro 2 compliance attacking, factual disputing, and consumer law. All 3 of those, it's never been common for them to be used all at one point. The majority of people only use one of them, and that's it. And then they wonder, like, why is it so difficult? Because you're choosing just one format of attack. You have to combine all of them, because you have to understand you are up against a machine. That machine is called eOscar. eOscar's technology is built to automate the entire disputing process. You don't have an actual person that's reading your letters like, oh, look at this, is a crazy dispute letter. You see this? They're disputing this. No, it's eOscar. eOscar was designed to streamline the entire process between the credit reporting agencies and the credit bureaus. The credit reporting agencies and the data furnishers and the lenders. The data furnishers are the lenders. Let's be very clear on that. Everything on your credit report is structured in only one format, which is Metro 2. But let's take a look at exactly what eOscar says. This is going to be the most comprehensive understanding of how the dispute process works that nobody's ever shown you guys. So pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. So learn about what we offer. The eOscar application. We're going to read this very carefully so you can understand exactly how eOscar works. Drop some gems in the comments if you guys have never heard this before. Yeah. So check this out. eOscar's application. eOscar is a web-based Metro 2 compliant automated system that facilitates credit history dispute processing between data furnishers and consumer reporting agencies in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now listen to what that first sentence said. Metro 2 compliant automated system. It is an automated system that is built on AI technology. They don't like to talk about it out front. Okay. They don't want you to know about that. That's the reason why you have to fight AI with AI. You can't use standard disputing tactics against eOscar because eOscar has been working on this for over a decade now. That's how long eOscar's been around. And everything on your credit report is structured in Metro 2 format of credit reporting. This is how eOscar communicates back and forth with the data furnishers, i.e. the lenders. It kicks out a code. Let's say, for instance, you send out your dispute letter. Then eOscar's job is to automate the system and figure out what you're saying. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to figure out exactly what you are stating in your letter. And it creates a code. In that code, it creates a, I would say like a worksheet that is called an ACDV report. Let's go back to here so you can see this. It's kind of hidden right here in this picture right here. It says Consumer Information ACDV Response. So ACDV stands for Automated Credit Dispute Verification. So they pair this together. eOscar communicates in Metro 2. It creates a code and it puts it on that ACDV report. And then it sends it to the data furnisher. The data furnisher has to respond within a time frame, or it will respond to you, or it will respond back to the credit reporting agencies. And the credit reporting agencies have the responsibility to let you know what they stated. Now, the actual furnisher or lender can respond on their own also. That's up to them, but it's the responsibility of the credit reporting agency to respond no matter what. So it's important to understand this is why you have to use AI to fight against eOscar, because eOscar is working to not respond to you properly. Because remember, it's an automated system. This is exactly why we worked hard to create Dispute Beast in the last 3 years. Dispute Beast AI technology makes it super simple for anybody to work on their credit. It's going to look at your credit reports using Dispute Beast credit monitoring, and it's going to look for any collections, charge-offs, late payments, medical collections, bankruptcies, repossessions, student loans in default, child support, hard inquiries. Any negative item that's hurting your credit, it's going to hunt it down and attack it. It's also going to look at your personal information based on whatever your account information says. So if there's a name on there that doesn't match, a date of birth, an address, it's going to attack that because it doesn't match your information. This is the only system that you don't have to literally choose any reasons. You don't have to choose any letters. You literally upload your report with Dispute Beast credit monitoring. It just literally hooks it up. Once it hooks it up, you click the blue button, and the blue button will literally create your attack letters. You don't have to choose reasons or letters. Dispute Beast AI will create everything based on your credit report. Once it creates it, then you have a choice to print your letters or mail them out on your own. That's going to be your choice. Or you can use Dispute Beast, and Dispute Beast will mail them for you for an additional mailing cost, of course. I tell everyone's like, oh, it's so expensive. Well, yeah, look at the amount of letters that you're sending, because you're going to have to pay for all those letters to be printed and mailed out. It's just like if you were to do it on your own, but of course there's going to be a little bit of a fee because there's somebody that's actually manually doing that. This isn't a machine that's preparing these letters for you. And then you literally just sit and you wait. You wait 35 to 45 days. Now people say, okay, well, what do I do about the letters? Don't worry about the letters. What the letters state means nothing. A lot of people don't understand that. What matters is on the credit report. So once the round ends, 35, 45 days, you just go in there and you click the create next attack. And it's going to analyze your credit reports again to see what has changed, what has not changed, and it knows not to use that dispute letter if it was not successful. Because it's important to understand that you literally don't have to do anything. Click some buttons, mail your letters, and then you can go back to doing your regular everyday life. It doesn't matter what they state. So what do you got? What do we got going on over here in the comments section? All right, here we go. Yep, over 20 years old, still on credit report as a negative. That's crazy. So yeah, so Dispute Beast is one of the only softwares that can do all of this on your own. And it's also in English and in Spanish. And the biggest part about Dispute Beast that sets it apart from everyone else is it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. I trust Dispute Beast so much that I had to put this money back guarantee on it so everyone can see that I stand behind it. I guarantee it because I know how powerful dispute-based AI technology is. Now, for the naysayers out there, they're like, oh, well, that's kind of crazy. How do we know it really works? Let's see Charles. Charles' credit score went up 435 points after just one round with dispute-based. And then we have Olivia. Olivia's credit score went up 471 points after 2 rounds with dispute-based. And then we have Wendell. Wendell's credit score went up 144 points after just 1 round with dispute-based. But let's not forget Darnell. Darnell's credit score went up 321 points after 2 rounds. And for those of you who may say, oh, well, I mean, that's just only, 4 people, Mike. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is only 4 people. So that's why I brought more. I've got thousands of pages like these, ladies and gentlemen. So look at the very top. Jamie's credit score went up 22 points. Daniel's credit score went up 156 points. Michelle's credit score went up 32 points after just 2 rounds. Evan's credit score went up 64 points after 2 rounds. Hanika, sorry if I butchered your name, 42 points after 1 round. Crystal, 131 points after just 2 rounds. Do you guys see the difference? Everyone's going to vary from person to person. But how many people have come to the table and presented this many results? There's nobody else in the industry. How many other people come to you with a 110% money back guarantee? Nobody in the industry does that. Because everyone's trying to convince you to buy in and pay them thousands of dollars to fix your credit when you can literally do it with dispute-based for way less. It's $49.99 a month. I mean, really, let's be honest. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go to the comment section. All right. So this is a great question. What do I do when I start getting the stall tactic letters? You have 2 choices. Let's put it up on the screen here. We don't hide any comments. We're gonna talk about this because I'm here to help you. So I'm a new customer. I just sent out my first attacks. What do I do when I start getting stall letters because they've started to come? You have 2 choices. One, you can pick up the phone. You can call the credit reporting agency, and you can say, "Hey, yo, I sent that attack. What are y'all doing?" Or you don't have to do anything. I know that sounds crazy because every single dispute-based letter, it's the only software of its kind, has a statement in the beginning of it. Listen, this letter is coming directly from me. I know that you're going to send stall tactic letters, so don't waste my time. Please process my attack. But even then, remember, what I just talked about a second ago, this is an automated system. Remember, you are up against an automated system. So wait for dispute-based, refresh your letters. Refresh your attack, create a new attack, and send again. They are, in fact, processing your letters. Understand that. We wouldn't put 110% money back guarantee behind it if we didn't believe it worked. So don't stress about stall tactic letters. They're designed to confuse you and make you think that nothing is happening, when in fact it is. Because remember, the credit reporting agencies make money off of your bad credit score. They can sell it to subprime lenders. You stay the course and you keep attacking. It's just that simple. You don't have to overcomplicate anything. This isn't like some other bootleg and dinosaur software out there that literally is going to make you choose a reason and choose a letter. And then after you've gone through all of those letters and all those reasons, what do you have left? You don't have anything. You've ran out of disputing tactics. Dispute-based AI is constantly learning, constantly changing, and constantly battling against the AI with eOscar. Hope that gives you some better information. So for anybody that needs to use dispute-based is going to be in the video description, and I'm going to drop it in the comment section right now. So everyone have it. Anybody that's on Facebook out there, you can comment dispute-based, and Facebook will automatically send it to you. Smash that like button and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great, we're going to scroll back up, but I want to put this up right here. Where are we at? It's worth $50 a month for benefit of lower rates and fees. Hear that right there. Lower interest rates, lower fees. That's exactly what happens. Raising your credit score opens a door for lower fees and lower cost of life. When you got to go buy a phone, no deposit. When you got to put your electricity on, there's no deposit. When you're getting car insurance, it affects your car insurance. When you want to buy a home, it's going to determine on how much money they want from you. Okay, and also your income, let's be honest. When you want to rent an apartment, they're going to ask a deposit based on your credit. This credit opens up your life tremendously and will change your life completely. All right, here we go. This is another great question. So I'm getting the same letters saying all info has been verified and reported correctly. It means nothing. A verified letter means nothing because remember, the ACDV report is created. eOscar creates the ACDV report and it sends it to the furnisher, the data furnisher, the lender. Then the lender is supposed to verify whether or not it's actually accurate. But here's the thing. Consumers don't understand that your verification is as simple as verification. Every single address that is on your credit report has a code attached to it. If you go and log into your Experian account and you go to dispute something, you'll see your addresses have an address verification number. That verification number is matched up with the number that is on file with the data furnisher, the debt collector, or the collection company. And if it matches, eOscar says, we're done. And you're like, hold on, what? That came back so fast. There's no way you investigated that. You're right. There's no way they investigated. It's an automated system. So you don't worry about the verified and reported correctly. It means nothing. You can attack as many times as you want to attack. Because if the information is not accurate, complete, or fair, you can attack as many times as you like. As long as you don't say the same thing over and over again. This is where DisputeBeast sets itself apart from everyone else. Because DisputeBeast AI is not a bunch of template letters. What happens when you go through all the template letters? You run out, and then you've repeated the same thing over. And then the credit reporting agencies can use it against you and say, yeah, man, you sent us a frivolous dispute because you sent the same dispute from last time. So nah, bro. We're gonna deem your dispute invalid. With DisputeBeast AI is never going to send the same attack twice. It's going to change it up, use consumer law, factual disputing, and Metro 2 attacking. It's going to choose either one or it's going to use all three. Depends on the round. Every round is going to change. Remember that. So don't stress about this. It means nothing. I hope that helped answer your question, Anthony White, and everybody else's too. Yes, for $50 a month. That's right. That's right. These credit repair companies out here are charging thousands. They're charging hundreds of dollars a month. This is the lowest that we can get DisputeBeast for. Unfortunately, that's the best that we can do because we have to have the technology. We have to have the development. We have to be constantly advancing. We're not like the rest of these softwares out there that are just going to create a bunch of letters and be done. We have to constantly continue to develop, constantly update the servers, constantly update the developers. All of this is constantly moving. If we want to stay the #1 software in the United States for credit repair, then it has to be $50. I think $50 was fair, in my personal opinion. So let's go down to what about collections being removed? It attacks everything. Every single negative item that's on your credit report, it's going to find it and hunt it down. So this is unrealistic. Let's talk about this, Gemini firm. I would like to buy a house by September. I have some late payments over the past year due to a divorce. I respect it, but you have to set yourself up for positive moving forward. You can't tell yourself, yo, what? You're giving yourself how many months? So you got to prepare your entire credit file, and you got to try to reverse the late payments. DisputeBeast is going to try to reverse the late payments from late to on time. And if that doesn't work, it will try to reverse it and completely delete it. But it's going to try to reverse it first to on time paid as agreed, because that can help your credit score. Because even a negative late payment holds some weight in points. So if you remove that, you could potentially snatch away some points. So this is why you have to do at least 4 to 6 rounds to attack a late payment. Once you get to the 4th round or the 6th round, depends on you and what your patience level is, you're only going to be left with one option if it does not reverse it or delete it, and that's to ask for forgiveness directly to the creditors. That's typically how long it takes, how much I have seen historically for a late payment to take to reverse or delete it. I hope that gives you some clarity, Gemini. This is a great question. So, hey, Mike, I'm in the second round process of a tax using Dispute Beast. Should I also be selecting for the inquiries to be disputed? That's up to you. Everyone listen up. Dispute Beast is not going to let you fail. If you choose a hard inquiry, it's going to pop up a notification. Hey, don't attack any hard inquiries that are attached to any open or closed accounts, because that can cause your account to get deleted. Because you're trying to attack these inquiries. So let's say, let me give you a good example. If you have a Capital One account, but you applied for another Capital One credit card and you got declined, but you're like, I want to delete that hard inquiry. No, don't do it. Do not attack it. Even though you didn't get the account, but you have another account, it's still with the same bank. And what happens is they can deem it as fraud. So this is why Dispute Beast will pop up a little pop-up and let you know, like, hey, these are the things you shouldn't do. Don't do this. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. It's the only system that does that. Every other system will let you attack anything. And if you fail, you do something wrong, it's your fault. We tried to put as many fail-safes in this as we possibly could so we could simplify it for you. So you should dispute any hard inquiries that are not attached to any open or closed accounts. Understand, deleting hard inquiries doesn't mean your credit score is going to skyrocket to the moon. You want to delete them because you want to have the most minimal possible on your credit report, because lenders don't want to see hard inquiries on your credit report. You can only have 2 to 4 hard inquiries for 48 months. You heard me right. So in 4 years, you're only supposed to get 4 hard inquiries at the most. That's like 1 hard inquiry a year. If you have any more than that, then the lender is going to look at you like you're thirsty, like you're looking for money. You're like, you have financial issues. Even if you're just shopping around for better rates for a car, or you're shopping for a home, or you're shopping for a student loan. Because understand this, listen up, everybody. I'm about to drop a serious gem here. If you are shopping for a car, you have the ability to shop the rate. If you are shopping for a student loan, you have the ability to shop the rate. If you are shopping for a mortgage, you have the ability to shop for a mortgage rate. You can get as many hard inquiries in the 30-day window, and they only count as 1 hard inquiry against your credit score, which can drop your credit score 4 to 6 points at maximum on a FICO score, okay? Vantage scores don't matter when it comes to that. So understand, but you don't want to have that many hard inquiries. So let's say, for instance, you apply for a car loan, and they put 20 hard inquiries on your credit report, and only 1 of them you have a car loan with. You can dispute all of the other ones, but don't dispute the hard inquiry with the auto loan that you have. Same thing with a mortgage. You got a mortgage, but you applied for like 10 mortgage companies. So attack the ones you don't have the loan with and keep the one that you do have the loan with. I hope that makes sense for everyone. What's the highest credit score you can have is an 850, but on an auto score, you can have all the way up to a 900. What's the highest credit score you can have is an 850 standard, but on the auto FICO score 8 is a 900. I know it sounds crazy, right? All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to scroll down. Been 750 across the board the last 4 years. So this can be, are you applying for too much credit? There's nothing wrong with 750 though. Let's all raise our hands and know there's nothing wrong with 750. Let's give a round of applause for our guy right here, TVC Driver. All right. Let me put this one up on the screen right here. This is a really great one. Can you break down the secured loan through bank to build credit? And can you give a purchase example also? Okay. So this person is talking about doing a secured loan. So we'll use Navy Federal as an example. Now, remember, anytime you add a new credit product to your credit profile, you're reducing your average age of credit. So you do not want to do this unless you just have really super doo-doo credit or you just have a thin credit profile. But if you decide to do it because you feel like you need it, there's nothing wrong with it. But understand it's going to reduce your average age of credit. And then it's going to appear that you have debt. So let's say, for instance, you do a secured loan with Navy Federal. It's called a pledge loan. You're going to do their minimum, let's say, is $500. So you have to do $500. You give them the $500, and then you're going to make payments with that secured loan, and you're going to make the payments. But here's what you do: do not allow them to put it on auto payment. You're going to tell them, hey, listen, don't put it on auto payment. I want to make the payments until it hits my credit report. Once it hits your credit report, and you see it on all 3 credit reporting agencies, you're going to pick up the phone. You're going to call the credit union. A lot of credit unions offer this. A lot of banks don't, so be aware of that. Traditional banks don't offer it. A lot of credit unions do. Pick up the phone, call them, say, hey, I'd like to pay off 80 to 90% of my loan, and then put the remaining on auto payment for the remainder of the loan. If you're going to do a secured loan, only do a minimum of 24 months. Because if you do 6 months or 12 months, the loan is too short. It's going to open and then it's going to close. And that's going to have a negative impact. We want to stretch it out as long as we possibly can because positive payment history builds credit scores. And age of credit also builds credit scores. So the longer it's out, the more positive payments and the more it builds your age of credit. I hope that breaks it down for you, Tori. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to scroll down for some more questions. Smash and like that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. All right, where we go? I got you, Tori, already. I'm not sure. Are you talking about national debt relief? Oh, if this is national debt relief, Aaron Branch, I've been working with NDR. Can I still use this PBs? National debt relief is a scam. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They're making you pay to negotiate your amount down, and they're making you default on your credit reports. If you have paid, listen up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any paid charge-offs or collections and they are not deleted from your credit report, they're going to stay in your credit report for up to 7 years from the moment you make the last payment to pay them off. And it's still going to hurt your credit for 7 years from the moment you paid it. It doesn't help your credit score in any way, shape, or form. They don't tell you that because they're charging you a fee. They got your money in an escrow. They're playing all these games. When you yourself can negotiate with your lender, if you reach out to the bank and the lender first, say, listen, I'm going through a financial hardship. Is there anything that we can do so I can stop paying so much interest? Can we lower the interest rate? Can we put me on some type of financial hardship program? You will be able to maintain your account in good standing, pay it off, and actually reduce the interest if you contact your lender or the borrower first. Do not pay anybody to do this for you when you can do it also, because once you default, these lenders, the banks, can actually sue you. And NDR, if that's who it is, National Debt Relief, is not going to protect you. They're gonna be like, oh, sorry, we don't do that, even though they're gonna lie to you in the beginning and say, we got an awesome legal team. They're not gonna protect you. There's a reason why, if you guys Google National Debt Relief lawsuits against the CFPB, they've been sued by the CFPB. A lot of these debt relief companies are being sued by the CFPB. That's why the CFPB is very important also. All right. So we got a great question right here. Gary Putnam, he wants to know, how do we know it really works? Okay, great question. So let's take a look again. Charles' credit score went up 435 points after 1 round. Okay. Let's see. Olivia's credit score went up 471 points after 2 rounds. Let's see. Let's not forget Wendell. Wendell's credit score went up 144 points after just 1 round. And then we have Darnell. Let's not forget about Darnell. He had a great 2 rounds 321 points after just 2 rounds. His last round, his TransUnion went up 75 points. His Experian went up 118 points. That's crazy. And his Equifax went up 128 points. That's also really crazy. If that's not enough for you, let's see. I got a whole wall right here because I always have some doubters out there. Yeah, so let's start at the very bottom right here. Let me remove his question right here so I can start at the bottom. Dylan's credit score went up 67 points. Lauren's credit score went up only 2 points, because even if you lose points for whatever reason, whatever's going on in your credit profile, it's going to subtract those. So that's why 24. Annie's credit score went up 24 points after 2 rounds. Arthur's credit score went up 167 points after 2 rounds. Kendrick's credit score went up 75 points after just 2 rounds. Do you guys see right here what we're doing? And then on top of that, if you still don't believe in it, Dispute Beats comes with the 110% money back guarantee. There's nobody else in the industry that gives you that. We're literally giving you a 110% money back guarantee because I believe in it. I stand behind it. I know it works. It's just that simple. So I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity, though. That part right there. This is a great point right here. Keep on attacking until your score changes. Like, don't think this is an overnight process, because it's not. It didn't take you overnight for you to get into this mess of getting a charge off. It takes a charge off 6 months to turn into a charge off. But for some reason, people think that it should be deleted after 1 round. I mean, why? If it's actually yours, Dispute Beast is going to look at how it's reporting. That's the best part. It doesn't matter if it's yours. Doesn't matter if the credit reporting agency are saying it's yours. Dispute Beast is never going to attack and say, this isn't mine. A lot of the amateurs use that. And that's actually what we call fraud. We don't want to do anything fraudulent. Dispute Beast is going to use the Metro 2 coding, factual disputing, and consumer law to attack the negative item and expose how it's not reporting accurately, fair, or complete. Because if it's not reporting that way, it should be deleted from your credit report. So, yeah. Oh, this is a great question. I love this question. Are we penalized for having more than 20 credit cards? Yes and no. So there's a huge myth out there that you must have more than 20 accounts on your credit report to have excellent credit. It's not true. Now here, we're going to give full transparency here, okay, ladies and gentlemen? These are 2 stacks of my credit cards. I have more than 20 credit cards. Then that's the credit cards that are not in my wallet. My wallet's right here. Okay, and as you can see, I have credit cards in there. All right, those credit cards right there. These are all my daily use ones, and I have some also inside there. So understand something. Yes, you are actually punished for having too many credit cards if you get them at separate times. Let's say, for instance, you apply for 2 credit cards in the same day. Or my favorite move is to have 2 laptops or 4 laptops open, depending on how many credit cards you want to get, if you're trying to get points. This is the only reason why you should do this. If you're trying to get points, you send the application all at the same time. Do them in the same day. So now those credit cards will appear on your credit report at the same exact time. Because remember, every time you add an account, it's reducing your average age of credit. If you do them simultaneously, it won't have such a negative impact. But understand, if you're doing it over time, you keep applying 3 months later, 6 months later, 9 months later, you're going to reduce that average age of credit. It's going to have a negative impact. Now, your score will begin to rebound, but you have to stop applying for credit. You don't need 20 credit cards. Nobody needs 20 credit cards unless you're churning points. You're using them for rewards. That's the only reason why you need that many credit cards, to be honest with you. And that's the only reason why I have this many credit cards. And I test all of the credit cards and the banks to see how they react and how they actually treat you as a customer before I talk about it. So I can actually bring you real information. Attack, attack, attack. So here we go. Verizon reported a balance to collection when there was no balance, when there was no balance. Verizon said to pay the collect, and they refunded the amount. Interesting. That's a really interesting situation. Listen, sometimes I'm going to tell you right now, what did I say earlier? Reach out to the data furnisher or the lender or the creditor. Just reach out to them and have a conversation with them. Have a peaceful conversation. You don't have to yell. You don't have to be rude. Just talk to them. Listen, I've fixed so many different situations for people just for being nice on the phone. And these people are like, you know what, man? That was really refreshing. You really helped me today because I've been getting yelled at all day long and you were just really nice, even though you had a crazy situation going on. So yeah, no worries, man. You know, it's not your fault. You didn't do it. So this is the thing. Okay, what if you went 4 or 5 rounds and still come back as verified? It means nothing. You wait and you attack to the next round. Because remember, you don't have to do anything. Dispute Beast is going to figure it out for you. This is what makes it so easy. Dispute Beast will figure out what is the next move. You don't have to do anything. Dispute Beast AI technology is going to figure it out for you. That's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying the $50 a month to have Dispute Beast AI technology be the most advanced out there, and it constantly updating, constantly changing. Dispute Beast is going to figure it out for you, create your next attack, and then you either print them and mail them on your own, or you choose to mail them, and you're done. There's no figuring out anything. I literally wanted to make this the easiest system, and it is for that reason. There's no figuring out anything. It's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it pushing. Go back to your regular everyday life. Wait for the response, and then keep going again. It's just that simple. Now, some people like to call the credit reporting agencies, but I want to be really clear here, okay? Even if you call the credit reporting agencies, you're going to get somebody on the phone that's a representative. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just there to push buttons and kind of like try to help you as much as they can, but they don't understand the credit reporting process. People want to call them and say, yo, what's going on with my credit score? And the rep's going to be like, I don't know, because they don't know credit. They're just a call center person. So you can call them and say, yo, I sent in a dispute. Can you make sure to verify that you actually received it and it's mine? I just want to confirm that you received it, and I want to tell you that I sent it. And you'll be like, okay, yeah, we got it. You're like, why'd you send me a stall tactic letters? I don't know. Are you working with a credit repair company? No. I sent the letter on my own, bro. He's be like, I don't know, man. The system sent it. I have no idea. Because remember, everything is automated. So you can call them if you want to, but they're going to give you some dumb answer because remember, I'm not going to say they're stupid, but you got to understand these are reps. They're just there to handle specific things they can only do. That's just how the system is built, unfortunately. Until Congress enacts some change or allows the CFPB to step in and have more change, there's currently 2 massive lawsuits against Experian and Equifax. TransUnion's got swept away. The Trump administration dismissed that case. They're like, leave TransUnion alone. TransUnion's fine, even though they were caught breaking the court order that was given to them. The Trump administration sent the CFPB and told the CFPB director, the new one, say, hey, dismiss that case, bro. It's not necessary. So you got to understand what we're up against here. All right, here we go. What if I actually have, and let me go ahead and throw this in the comment section. So anybody that needs to get Dispute Beast, I'm going to put it in the comment section here. I'm trying to go through all these questions, so everyone be patient. I appreciate everyone that's here, okay? So I'm going to drop Dispute Beast link in the comment section right there for anybody that needs Dispute Beast. What if I actually have the debt and don't have the means to satisfy it and it appears as a charge-off? Is Dispute Beast helping on erasing it, or it won't, to your knowledge, of course? Yes, Dispute Beast's goal is to delete the charge-off. That's the goal, Jonathan, to delete it from your credit report. Understand that. We want to get it off the credit report. And I want to be really clear. I'm never going to tell somebody to not pay their debts. Let's be very clear on that, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I'm never going to tell someone don't pay your debts. But understand, there are only 2 credit reporting agencies. Two data furnishers or 2 banks that will delete in exchange for payment. That's American Express and Chase. And they are already pulling back from it. They started pulling back from this last year. In the beginning of last year, towards springtime, they started telling people, no, we don't delete from credit reports. Doesn't matter how much you pay us. I had a client 2 years ago that was so adamant about this because I told him, I said, yo, bro, they're not going to delete it. He spent, I think it was like 12 or 13 months calling Chase Bank every single day on his lunch break until someone finally broke and they got tired of him and they deleted it from his credit report. Like, that's exactly what he did. But understand, if you pay it, it's not going to delete it from your credit report unless it's American Express and Chase, and you make those arrangements with them and they agree to it. Paying a charge off does not fix your credit score. If you pay that charge off, it's going to remain on your credit report as a charge off, and it's going to hurt you for the next 7 years from when you paid it. I want to be really clear. Again, remember, we don't say don't pay your debts, but understand, if you pay it and it doesn't delete it, it's still hurting your credit. I want to give a special shout out to Killing Them 10. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love. Can I do Dispute Beast without utility bill? Yeah, you don't need like a direct utility bill. All you need is you could use a cell phone bill, a bank statement, car insurance, car registration. I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity. You could use any of those to file your dispute, but you have to have, that's considered a form of utility bill. Dispute Beast will actually let you know, it'll give you a list of different types of utility bills that you can use. I just kind of gave you the most basic also. So remember, bank statement, car insurance, car registration, cell phone bill, pay stub. Those are 5 different options right there that are not a utility bill. Link is going to be in the video description and in the comments for anyone that needs Dispute Beast. If you are on Facebook, make sure that you comment Dispute Beast and it will automatically DM you the link. So there's a good question, Kathy. I have 3 different addresses on my report and only my old address on my driver's license. What should I do about that? So understand that the credit, this is another leading into this. The credit reporting agencies do not want to delete an address that's tied to a closed or open account on your credit report. So if that account's still on your credit report, they will battle you to keep it on there because it came from somewhere. But you can call the credit reporting agency, pick up the phone, and just call them. Say, hey, I got this address on my credit report that's not me. Can you help me delete it, please? I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to say, oh, well, tell me what address it is. And then you're going to tell them. So let me see. I'm going to pull one of these slides off real quick. So give me a second. I can actually give you this these phone numbers. So for anybody that needs to call the credit reporting agencies, I'm about to put up the phone number up there on the screen. So give me 1 second. Come on, man. Why are you doing that? Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the phone numbers for the credit reporting agencies. You want to get to the, when you get the automated system, go to the fraud department, okay? Go to the fraud department, and then once you get to the fraud department, then you're going to get somebody on the phone and say, hey, listen, I've got an address on my credit report that's not mine, but be the nicest person you've ever been when you get them on the phone, okay? Because remember, these people have been getting yelled at all day long. You don't want to be that same person. So this is what I do. We're going to role play here for a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to work for hard inquiries and addresses on your credit reports. It's the easiest way to do it. You're going to pick up the phone. You're going to choose one of these numbers. Now, Experian changes their numbers. That's why there's 2 numbers on there for Experian. But the other ones all work. So, but remember, one of those will work with Experian or it will not. They go back and forth. Get someone on the phone. Say, hey, what's up, man? This is Mike. I got some issues with my credit report. The guy said, hey, what's up, man? My name is Travis. How can I help you today? Hey, Travis, how you doing today? I'm doing fine, thank you. Listen, man, I got a question to ask you. What is it, man? How many times have you been yelled at today, Travis? Because I'm not here to yell at you, bro. I'm not here to yell at you. I'm having a great day. I want to help make your day better. I just got a simple issue that I need you to help me with. If you possibly could, I would greatly appreciate it. Travis is going to say, oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, what can I help you with? Listen, there's this address on my credit report that is not mine. I don't know why it's on there. So I was wondering if you can help me delete it. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me, Travis. Travis would say, all right, well, tell me what the address is. You're going to tell him? He's like, all right, I deleted it from the credit report. You're done, man. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, Travis. I hope you have a wonderful day. Now, listen, when you call the credit reporting agency, do not call them first thing in the morning because they're getting inundated. They just got there and they already started getting yelled at early in the morning. You want to call them right after lunchtime, so around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, because they've had their break, they've been relaxed, they've had their lunch, now they're going back to the grind. Their attitude is completely different between 1 to 2 p.m. I promise you. I've been doing this for so long, a lot of people don't know that. All right, so let's take this off right here. I took myself off the screen, meant to take that one. All right, let's see. No, DisputeBeast doesn't do this. So this is a great question. I have a few collections with small amounts. Can DisputeBeast write a letter to ask them to remove if paid instead of saying settled? No. DisputeBeast will attack them if they are marked paid. Okay, paid collections, and they did not delete them. DisputeBeast will attack them. It's not going to ask them to remove it because it's paid. It's going to just attack it based on its reporting. Remember, DisputeBeast AI is looking to make sure that everything on there that's not fair or accurate or complete, they must delete it. So DisputeBeast is going to look at how it's reporting to find out all the inaccuracies, what's not fair and what's not complete, and then it's going to create your custom letter and attack it. I hope that gives you a little clarity. It's a little different. I mean, it's kind of the same, but not exactly. You know what I'm saying? So DisputeBeast will not offer to settle or pay anything because that's a whole legal thing that we don't want to get into. If you're in a situation with national debt relief, you got to figure that out on your own. I can't give you any legal advice, unfortunately, but understand you can do all of it on your own. I know it's kind of scary, but the moment you pick up the phone and you call the lender and you talk to them and say, listen, I was scammed by this company. I didn't understand that I can actually call you and negotiate. I mean, sorry, don't say negotiate. I didn't understand I can call you and talk to you about this. I was just scared. I'm going through a financial hardship. Can you guys possibly help me? I don't want to tarnish this relationship. I've been with you for such a long time. I want to do right by this, and they'll get you on a payment program, or they'll actually lower the interest, or they'll do both. Depends on the bank. That's just how it normally goes. It is national debt relief. How did I know? Yeah, see? I recognize those letters. I hate those people. All right, so did you see my question? I was in a car accident in 1990. I was 14 and lost both my legs. I'm so sorry to hear that, King. I got a Fed loan in 2001. I'm now 48. Now it's still killing my credit. So what kind of Fed loan was it? Like a student loan? Is that what it is? So I'm a little confused. I think it might be a student loan. Is it negative? Is it defaulted? All right, let's break this down. I'm gonna drop another huge gem on here because I love you guys, okay? Because you guys are here rocking with me. Yo, Joey Joey said we will wrestle for tripas torta. Yo, tripas torta is serious, bro. All right, let's break down student loans. I'm gonna give you the most comprehensive information I can about student loans because I think that's what this is. Now, if you have a defaulted student loan, go to studentaid.gov, set up an appointment to talk to somebody. You're going to tell them that you would like to get on a repayment program. Okay? This is called a rehabilitation program. You only get one chance to pull your student loans at a default. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you only get one chance to pull your student loans at a default. You have to make, I think, 6 to 9 consecutive on-time payments. Now, once you make all those payments, they're going to create a new loan, and you need to tell them, listen, on the phone, you're going to tell them, I want you to delete this old loan that is negative and is hurting my credit, please. When you create the new loan, I would greatly appreciate it. The Student Loan Administration is the only ones that can do this. Understand this. But you have to ask them. If you do not ask them, they're not going to delete it from your credit report. Once they create the new loan, you need to get on an income-driven repayment program. Now, this is going to be based on your income and also if you have any children, the size of your household. So you can wind up with a zero payment. Yes, $0, okay? Because you don't have enough income. And then you'll get on a payment program, and every month you'll pay $0, and you don't have to worry about anything. Every year you must do what's called recertify yourself. Every time you recertify, you're showing how much money you're making so they can continue to keep it at zero or whatever. After a certain amount of time, you can get them dismissed based on how long you've been paying them, even though you've been paying zero. I know that sounds crazy, right? But that's how the system works. So, but you need to get them out of default and have them do that. Now, also, for anybody that has multiple student loans, pay attention. If you have multiple student loans, you can consolidate these student loans. You only get one chance with studentaid.gov to consolidate all of your loans. Let's say you got 6 student loans and they're all defaulted. You get on a rehabilitation program, or you can just ask them to consolidate. Or let's say, for instance, they're not in default, but you have a lot of student loans. You can have them consolidate them all in one loan, and then you tell them, same thing we're going to do. When we talk to them on the phone, we're going to ask them to delete the negative accounts from your credit report. Delete all 6 of those loans and remove them from my credit report, please, and then just leave me with the one loan. So you consolidate when you have the chance to, and then get yourself on a income-driven repayment program, which is called an IDR program or a SAVE program. A SAVE program is for someone that makes too much income or just makes above the threshold that can keep you in an income-driven one. It just all depends on where your finances are. The studentaid.gov people will help you over the phone. I hope that helps you, because it's very important that you get them out of default. You can fix this on your own. You don't need to use DisputeBeast to do that. You could just do this all on your own. Hope that helps. So Alonzo Sledge, 6th round and no movement. You have a 110% money back guarantee. Were you working on your credit with something else before? This is a really good question I'm going to ask. How long have you been disputing for? Did you come here before and you were disputing like you've been disputing forever? It's a really good question. Let me know in the comment section, Alonzo, if you've been disputing for far too long before you came to DisputeBeast, because that could be a problem. If you were working with a credit repair company and they sent frivolous letters out on your behalf, or let's be honest, maybe you sent some frivolous letters. We're just keeping it 100 here. I'm not pointing the finger, but I'm asking the question. This can be causing you to be in a stalemate because you've been disputing for too long, or you sent repetitive letters before DisputeBeast. So if that's the case, let me know in the comments. I want to know. Will DisputeBeast help with debt collectors? DisputeBeast will attack all negative items, including debt collectors. It will hammer the face of debt collectors. We designed it that way, okay? No worries, no worries. DisputeBeast is $49.99 a month. Let's see. Clarity Consumer Report. That's one that DisputeBeast does attack also. So DisputeBeast doesn't just attack all 3 credit reporting agencies. It attacks Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, LexisNexis, LCI, Anovis, ARS, Creditco, Clarity, DataX, Microbilt, and Factor Trust for a total of 12 credit reporting agencies, okay? Let's see. I'm going to try to scroll down here. Oh, this is a great question. I'll put this up on the screen here. Joanne Santiago. So if I join the program, does it do all the letter writing and sending? I don't have time. I love that. None of us have time. Yes, Joanne. DisputeBeast will create all of your letters for you. You don't have to choose letters. You don't have to choose reasons. You have 2 choices here. You can print the letters and mail them on your own. That's up to you. Or you can let DisputeBeast mail them for you. DisputeBeast is one of the only systems that actually can mail your letters, and it will send you confirmation that it sent them on your behalf, and just that simple. If it doesn't send you confirmation, just reach out to support. Say, hey, I didn't get a confirmation. Can you just double check for me, please? I'll greatly appreciate it. Support will get back to you in less than 24 hours. I think we have support running almost 24/7 right now. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? We also do live training. DisputeBeast has its own live training because we want people to continue to learn. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Joanne. So yes, it will write the letters and it will send them for you. You don't have to choose letters. You don't have to choose reasons. You just sign up for DisputeBeast credit monitoring. connect it to your DisputeBeast account, click the big blue button, and then it'll tell you, would you like to mail them or would you like to print them? If you want to print them, it will email you your letters, then you print them and mail them on your own, or you can click the button that will show you how it will mail them for you, and it'll tell you how much it'll cost. It'll give you the breakdown, so you can choose which either one works for you, because some people may not want to pay to mail them, and some people want to pay to mail them on their own. So everyone has the option there. All right. Will DisputeBeast attack paid off child support arrears? The debt has been paid, but it's still on my husband's credit report and still impacting his score in a negative way. If it's a negative account, it will attack it. Correct. Cynthia, it will attack that child support if it's a negative account. So if it has a bunch of late payments, it's still in collection status. I would suggest that you reach out to the child support department also, because here's the problem. If he was in arrears, they fight to keep that on their credit report. But since it's already paid, you just need to send a letter to the actual child support department and say, hey, listen, you guys have this on my credit report and it's paid. So can you please change it and remove it from my credit report? I would greatly appreciate it. Be the nicest person, even in a letter, okay? And then see what they say. But you can use DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast will attack it. It will scan the credit report looking for any negative item, and it will attack it if it's reporting negatively, because it can still be on there as a positive and say that it's paid, but it's not in collection status. So unless I could see it, I can't really tell you how it's reporting. But if it's reporting negatively and affecting the credit score negatively, DisputeBeast will find it and hunt it down. All right. Let me see. There's a really good question here. Put this up. If you pay a charge off or a collection amount because it's a low amount, can you call the creditor and have them remove the late payments from before? No, they won't do it. They will not do it. Okay. Remember, the only two creditors that will reverse anything are American Express and Chase Bank. Everyone else will not change or remove anything. I'm just being honest with you. I've been doing this for this year's going to be 14 years. No creditor wants to do that, even if you pay it. They don't give it. They don't care, because you got to understand. People have to understand, this is very important. They make money from your negative information. The lower they can keep your credit score, the more money they're going to make by selling your information to data brokers, to other subprime lending companies. The credit bureaus are making money 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times off of your negative information. So I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity. Oh, this is a great question. You shouldn't be I want everyone to hear this. Juice 8 just asked a great question. Can you apply for credit cards or car loans while on tax? No, you shouldn't. You should not be applying for anything while you're working on your credit. I'm going to tell you what you should be doing. You should be building and establishing a relationship with a large credit union. That's very, very important. Build and establish a relationship with a credit union. Open up a checking, a savings, do a direct deposit, and then do a secured loan with that credit union. And in 6 to 8 months, you can apply for a credit card with that credit union. Go to the earlier part of my video where I talk about how to do a secured loan with a credit union. It's in this video, so just rewind it, go back until you find it. But you should not be applying for credit, because you're just going to rack up more hard inquiries when you know your credit's in the trash. You know your credit sucks, so why are you applying for credit? It makes no sense. But people that don't understand credit or don't understand their finances properly don't understand that you shouldn't be applying for so much credit. If your credit is in the crapper, leave it alone. Work on your credit and then come back and apply once your credit score is higher. Stop applying when you know, like, there's not going to be a fairy that's going to be like, oh, listen, let's sprinkle some fairy dust on him and get him approved so he can get approved even though he's got a crappy credit score. We'll get him approved. No, you're just going to get crappy credit cards like First Premiers, Open Skies. You don't want those credit cards. You don't want the credit ones. We don't want low limit credit cards on our credit profile, because even if you close a low limit credit card or a crappy credit card, it's going to stay in your credit report for up to 10 years after you close it. So it has a long-standing effect, and we don't want that trash. We don't want it. Hope that gives you a little clarity. All right. So reach out to support. Ray V, what you did most likely, you did not, you created probably the wrong login information. So send us support. Inside of Dispute Beast, there's a support tab. Okay, or check your emails, because the moment you signed up, they sent you an email to let you know about support. Let me go ahead and drop the support information in the comment section here for anybody that has Dispute Beast, and support will actually hook it up for you. Just say, hey, support, can you hook up my Dispute Beast account? Support, that's how support works, okay? Because we understand how important this is. Let me find the support. It's somewhere in here. I have way too much stuff in here, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on. Let's see if I can find it here. I believe this is it right here. Let me just double check it real quick, because I don't want to put the wrong link up here, ladies and gentlemen. So give me 1 second. Yep, this is it. So I'm gonna drop Dispute Beast support link in the comment section for anybody that needs it. Anybody's having a problem like this logging in, that's because something's wrong with your login. You probably put the wrong username or password in. That's most likely what's happening. It happens all the time because sometimes, listen, we want to protect our information so much that we accidentally create the wrong login. So it happens. So no worries. The support information is in the comment section. Let's see. Yeah, you can open up a bank account while doing credit repair. That's perfectly fine. That's not gonna have a hard inquiry. They're not looking for credit. So yeah, you can definitely do that. Let's see. So now remember, if you get any letters from the secondary credit reporting agencies like Creditco, they want sending you more information forms. Should I answer them? No, you don't need to answer them, because we sent them everything they needed. You see what I'm saying? They're playing games. They're playing games. They're ridiculous. We sent you the disputing exactly what I wanted. I'm not going to fill out your stupid little form. You don't have to fill out a form. You have the ability and right, per the FCRA, to dispute and attack anything on your credit report. So there's no reason for you to send them another letter filling out a form because they want you to fill out a form. No, you don't have to. You know what you can do in the next round? In the next round, take your dispute letter for Creditco and the form that they gave you, attach your dispute letter, staple it to them, and write on there, here's the information you need. Send it to them like that, but you don't have to. Technically, you don't have to respond. We made it super simple because remember, it doesn't matter what they say. What matters is on the credit report. As long as it's not accurate, complete, or fair, Dispute Beast is going to find it and attack it, which is like 99.9% of the time. It's that 0.0001 chance that it's accurate and complete, which is not, because the system is so broken, they've never actually fixed it because nobody holds them accountable. Who's going to hold them accountable? The CFPB, which the Trump administration has tried to eliminate. We'll have an update about that here pretty soon also. But yeah, so there's nobody to hold the credit reporting agencies accountable. So let me scroll down. Here we go. This is a great question. I love this question. Big Hawk 81. I sent off my first round of letters with Dispute Beast, and my question is, what if I miss something and I don't see on my credit report? Does Dispute Beast go my credit report and find things I missed? Yes. Yes. You don't have to do anything. Dispute Beast is going to do it for you. It's going to find all of the errors on your personal information, your date of birth, your social, and it's going to, well, that's it. Social, yeah, no, not really. Because social information is like kind of locked up. So it's not social. It's your personal information, your name, your address, your date of birth. That information is going to attack. It's going to attack the last four of the social if the last four of your social doesn't match. Only the last four. Okay, then it's going to attack any negative account that's on there. It's going to find it and attack it. You don't have to stress about it. Only thing that you will have to manually choose are hard inquiries, and then there's going to be a little reminder that will pop up. There's a pop-up that tells you how to attack hard inquiries. So I hope that gives you clarity. But yeah, here we go. Mike, would you recommend DisputeBeast for someone who has no negative items but wants to get all the digital info taken off that is being sold to the credit bureaus? No, do not use DisputeBeast. Do not use DisputeBeast. Okay. If you want to opt out, okay, or you want to stop the data brokers from selling your information, everyone listen up real quick. Everyone listen up. The credit reporting agencies are making billions. Let's put it up on the screen here. How much Experian made. I'm going to take you down for 1 second, Mercy. Dodgers fan. I'm a Dodgers fan also, okay? I'm going to take you off for a second. I'll bring it right back. But right here, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to find it where it says, the company states that it makes $3.313 billion in revenue from external customers from data activity. Yeah, that's really crazy. From external customers from data activity. They're making $3 billion because they're selling your information to data brokers. Ladies and gentlemen, to data brokers. That is wild if you look at that. So they're not focused on credit scores. They don't care about that. They're selling your data. That's really wild, right? So listen to this. Experian states that its key customers for business-to-business data are banks, automotive dealers, retailers, and telecommunication companies. It adds, we aggregate data from many sources and turn it into information they can use for many different purposes. Further, it states that we also provide marketing data relevant to consumers' lifestyles, which helps businesses understand their customers better and serve them with tailored products. Did you hear that? They're going after the automotive dealers. But hold on. It doesn't just stop there. I'm going to read the very bottom part where it says, we are focused on further penetrating the health, automotive, and mortgage verticals while further building our position in the verification and employment services area. For example, the company states, we have established a solid base in employment services in the USA, which in turn enables us to access employment records for specified and consented use cases. We will continue to expand the number of records we hold, as well as establishing capabilities in some of our other geographies. That's crazy. They're selling your data. So I'm going to tell you what I use to protect my data, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone tune in. This is very, very important. What I use to protect my data is called Aura. It's been protecting my information for close to let me see, hold on. In June, it's going to be 4 years that Aura has been protecting my information. Now, I protect my information, my 3 kids' information, and my wife's information. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to, once you sign up for Aura, you're going to get a free 14-day trial. I'm going to drop it in the comment section right here. Aura will protect your information for free for 14 days, so you can try it out. Once you get in there, it's going to hook up your credit reports. Now, it's up to you if you feel comfortable doing this. I do it because I trust Aura. I hook up my bank account, and it does not sell your data. If there's an issue with your bank account, if your information is somewhere in the dark web, they're going to find it. They're going to opt you out of all the data brokers. You're going to get notification. We have sent notice to opt you out of this. We have sent you a notice to opt you out of this. It told me when the massive data breach happened last year, before I even broke the story, it was like 5 days ahead of time. It will notify you in less than 5 minutes of any changes on your credit report. If someone has your information, your social security number, your date of birth, your address, your emails, your phone number, if they find it anywhere, they're going to stop those data brokers from selling your information. Aura is the best thing to protect your data with and your families. Now per person, I think it's like $9.99 a month. And at the most, depends on the plans you choose. It could be at the most per person, $13.99 a month. Depends on the plan because there's multiple plans for individuals. Now for a family, you can get that for $34.99 a month. That's what I pay. I don't get a discount. Okay. I pay the full amount, and that protects me, my wife, and my 3 kids. I have all the information entered. There was an issue with one of my kids. His information was on a data broker's, which how did it get there? I don't know. because they had never applied for any credit, but it was there. But Aura opted out and told them they could not sell their information. And Aura will take care of it, all of it for you. You can also lock your credit reports with Aura. It will lead you right to freeze your credit reports. If you are not using your credit, you're not applying for anything, you should freeze your credit reports. You can do that with Aura. Aura also has a VPN. This is the #1 way that your information can get stolen, is through your cell phone. Use a VPN if you're traveling. Never get on free Wi-Fi without a VPN. I use a VPN with Aura. It hooks up directly to my phone when I'm on an airplane, when I'm in a hotel, when I'm at the airport. I immediately turn that on because in case my phone picks up free Wi-Fi for whatever reason, sometimes it happens. It happens. So you do not want your information out there. A great example, somebody told me that their apartment complex was going to be giving everybody free Wi-Fi. And I said, oh, that's not good. That sounds great, but that's not good. That means that there's a bunch of people on that network. So do you know those people? No. Anybody gets into that free network, if you're on your phone looking at your bank app, they can get into your bank account. If you're on your computer looking at your bank information, you're on your bank account, you're on your credit card information, your credit card account, they can get that information. Use a VPN anytime you are looking at any financial issue, anything. I don't even trust my home network. I'm just going to get real with you, okay? Because it's being provided by another provider. So I use a VPN whenever I look at anything financial on my phone or on my computer at home. Immediately turn on the VPN to protect my information, because this is exactly how data leaks happen. AT&T had a massive data leak. I didn't even know I was involved in it until they sent me a little card, said your information was leaked by AT&T. I was like, thanks AT&T. I don't think I ever bought anything from them. All I had was home services for AT&T Uverse. That's it. I've never had AT&T besides that. So Aura is going to protect your information, opt you out of all the data brokers, search the web consistently, always working for you, making sure to keep you safe. Aura is one of the best in the business, and I love it, and I trust it, and I use it for me and my family. Mike, why don't you have a phone number? Yeah, because we don't talk to anybody. Yeah, that's a great question, but I'm not going to be smart about it. I'm going to tell you the truth. So, one, I don't offer full service credit repair services. No, I do not. We only offer 2 programs. Now we're down to our one, which is Dispute Beast. We don't talk to anybody on the phones about credit repair because that's 100% illegal under federal law. I know that's crazy, right? It's called TSR, the Telecommunications Sales Rules Act. You're not supposed to talk to anybody across state lines about credit repair. That's crazy, right? Yeah, you're not supposed to. They're supposed to actually see your contract and what you're planning on offering them. But even then, if they see that contract, you still cannot talk to somebody over the phone across state lines. This was something that was made by the FTC. Look it up, everyone. Telecommunications Sales Rules Act, TSR rule. This is how they got Lexington Law and sued them because they violated the TSR rule. This is how they got Credit Repair Cloud. They hand them up too. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't have a phone number. I don't talk to anybody about credit repair. It's not necessary. Credit Karma is the biggest scam of all scams, Bridget. Do not use Credit Karma. They're also selling your data, ladies and gentlemen. Credit Karma is selling your data. You hear me? So you don't need to talk. You don't need to be using Credit Karma. Have you noticed that you get a lot more marketing and email? You get a lot more phone calls. You get a lot more offers in the mail because Credit Karma is a marketing site. It's designed to sell you something, a credit card, car insurance, a loan because your credit score is too low. Oh, consolidate your debt with a personal loan. Let's get you some better insurance rates. Hey, you should apply for a mortgage. You don't have a mortgage. Hey, do you need any life insurance? It's a marketing site. Credit Karma is not a valid company, unfortunately, Bridget. Does it take 2 or 4 years for a new credit card to age? Should I wait before I apply for a new credit card? So it doesn't take 2 to 4 years for a credit card to age. As long as the more it stays open, the more it grows your age of credit. Every time you add a new credit card, it's reducing your average age of credit. So you have to be very cautious when you apply for new credit, because you have to make sure that it matters. Like, you don't get a crappy credit card. Get something that makes sense and you're actually going to use and you're going to get benefits from. This is why the system is built that way, because you're not supposed to have a bunch of credit cards. You want your credit to grow. That age is what gets people into the 850 credit score. Do you expect the loss of the CFPB to end some of the protections? Yes. Unfortunately, I do. I think the CFPB is going to be reduced. I don't talk about this a lot, but I met somebody that works at the CFPB. I met him at a convention. Amazing person. I can't talk about his name because it can put him in danger. But I can't talk about right now. I'm waiting for clearance to be able to talk about some things. But the CFPB is being reduced. They're going to continue to try to reduce the amount of staff. They've already reduced. So to kind of explain how the CFPB works, for anybody that doesn't understand, the CFPB is kind of like an umbrella company that is looking for complaints. So if you have 400 people that file a complaint, they're going to put a senior person on the case. That senior person is up here, and that senior person has like 5 or 6 employees behind them that help build the case and help investigate. So what they did is they snatched away all of the senior level people there's teams. So now this one person, just one person, is on the case trying to build the case, find all the information, put it together. It's going to become really useless, honestly. It really sucks because it's really taking away a lot of the protections for consumers. And that's all I can really talk about it right now. Okay. I want to give you as much information as I can, but unfortunately, we're in a bad position with the CFPB right now. I'm waiting for more information. Once I get it, I'm going to drop a video about it and kind of talk about it more openly once I figure out what I can say. So DisputeBeast does have customer service, if that's what you're referring to. I don't need customer service. My team doesn't need to talk to anybody about it. We have a team. I have a team of employees, but we don't need to talk to anybody. DisputeBeast has its own line also, but again, we have a lot of DisputeBeast users, so the team is constantly working. We're literally up right now till 24/7. The line is not up 24/7, but DisputeBeast support is, because it's very important that we respond to email. So send an email and the team will take care of you, no problem. So for anybody that needs Aura to protect their information, I'm dropping it in the comment section again, because Aura is absolutely amazing. John says he enjoys my videos. I enjoy you, John. Thank you for saying that, man. I appreciate that. I work really hard to bring you guys real information. Let's see. Oh, I love this right here. Look at this. Yes, Aura is amazing. My whole family's on Aura. Highly recommend Aura. Thanks, Big Hawk. Listen, it's crazy when you see it, right? When you see it, like, yo, it opted me out of here. It told these data brokers, no. And it's constantly, like, I have it set to send me notifications. It sends me notifications of anything that's changed on anything. It's really crazy when you see it, because you're like, I didn't know that my information was everywhere like this. That's kind of wild for me. Like, I was just out here in the open for so long, and I wasn't protecting my information. We are in the era of data, ladies and gentlemen. Data is the #1 most valuable thing. I need to do a whole video just on big data, because it's a billion-dollar industry. All these massive companies like Tesla, Amazon, Google, they're making billions of dollars from data. It's really crazy. And so you have to protect your information more than anything, because there's going to be data breaches. There's going to be data breaches. But I don't have to worry about it because Aura protects me. And I love that Big Hawk came here and told us, like, yo, Aura's amazing. He protects his whole family. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. Aura link is dropped in the comment section for anybody that needs it. It's also going to be in the video description. Oh, this is a good one. We're going to put up a really good one right here. Chase seems to be immune from credit repair. DisputeBeast has deleted lots of Chase accounts. Trust me. Whenever I see DisputeBeast delete a Chase account, I'm like, woo. Yo, Chase is no joke. Okay? Chase and Navy Federal, Those are crazy, crazy banks to go up against. You got to understand, it's a $1 billion company. They got a whole Metro 2 department. They do. But at the end of the day, you got to put the work in to see what can happen. But it depends on what type of credit repair you're using too. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, DisputeBeast is the only software that uses 3 different disputing tactics: consumer law, factual disputing, and Metro 2 compliance report attacking. So remember, DisputeBeast is the only one that uses 3 attacking methods: consumer law attacks, factual attacks, and Metro 2 compliance attacks. It figures out which one it's going to attack, which one it's going to use, or is it going to form Voltron to use all 3? DisputeBeast is the only one that does that, because we understand how important it is. We're literally fighting. We're using DisputeBeast AI to fight eOscar's AI and the credit reporting agencies. That's why DisputeBeast is so powerful. DisputeBeast is the only software that comes with the 110% money back guarantee, because we stand on business. We believe in it. I stand behind it, and I believe in it, and I know it works. As a great example for people that are like, oh, well, how do I know it works? Charles credit score went up 435 points after 1 round with DisputeBeast. This is really wild. We got to look at this real quick. 145 points with TransUnion, 145 points with Experian. This is pretty crazy that all 3 of them came out the same. So like, it must have been like 1 account or 2 accounts that pulled off at the same exact time to give us these exact numbers. That's pretty wild. And then we have Olivia. Olivia's credit score went up 471 points after just 2 rounds, 170 points with TransUnion, 189 points with Experian, 112 points with Equifax. And then let's not forget Wendell's. Wendell's credit score went up 144 points after just 1 round, 49 points with TransUnion, 59 points with Experian, 36 points with Equifax. And if that's not enough for you, I bring a whole wall of people also over here. Let's look at Stephanie right here in the middle. Her credit score went up 116 points after 2 rounds. Jamar's credit score went up 105 points after just 2 rounds. Carlos' credit score went up 70 points. Charles, we already talked about. Merle's credit score went up 82 points after just 2 rounds. Kyle's credit score went up 48 points. Timothy's credit score went up 125 points. You guys see the correlation here? Everyone is going to be different based on what's on their credit report. So that's what's important to understand when you look at different credit scores. That's why I love to put all of the different ones up on the screen. How many people bring this many results to you? If you pay attention to every single live, I'm bringing different people to the live every single time, different sheets, because I have thousands of them. Thousands of people have taken advantage, and DisputeBeast is giving them crazy results. Like my favorite line now is, I'm not here to convince you of how powerful DisputeBeast is anymore, because thousands of people have taken advantage and the results are rolling in right here in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. And DisputeBeast is the only platform that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. DisputeBeast is the only platform that comes with the 110% money back guarantee. Link is going to be in the video description for anybody that needs DisputeBeast, and in the comment section. If you are someone that is on Facebook, just comment DisputeBeast, and DisputeBeast will DisputeBeast link will be sent to you in your DMs. So somebody needs the Aura link again. So we'll drop the Aura link in there for anybody who needs to protect their information. Aura has a 14-day free trial for anybody that wants to try out Aura. Okay. It's right there for you. Can it detect authorized user accounts? So is the authorized user account a negative item? If it's a negative item, it will find it and it will attack it. Now, if you're having issues with authorized users, this is a great segue, ladies and gentlemen. This may be the last question I'm going to answer because I've been on here for like an hour and a half. I'm giving you guys everything I got. So give me 1 second. Let me take this off. So if you have an authorized user account on your credit report, what does that mean? Let me find an old credit card here. So say this old Capital One credit card. I can add someone onto this credit card right here. and then it's going to pull all of my positive payment history and put it on, we'll say Covelli's credit report right here. And then it's also going to give him the credit limit. But if I carry a balance on this credit card, it's going to affect Covelli's credit report also. If I get a late payment, it's going to affect Covelli's credit report also. If you have an authorized user account that's negatively impacting you, you can simply call Capital One and ask them to remove you as an authorized user from that card, and it will remove it from your credit report. You may not need to use DisputeBeast if that's your issue. Covelli, let us know in the comments if that's what you're talking about. But let's say, for instance, hypothetically, let's say this is my wife's credit card, and I'm on it as an authorized user, and there's a late payment. Yes, it will attack it because you are the authorized user. The authorized user account has a different number, has a different credit card account number, so it will attack it if it has a negative item. I hope that makes sense for you, Covelli. But you should be able to fix it on your own, unless it's like someone that you want to keep on your credit report. DisputeBeast will attack it if there's late payments and it's negatively impacting you. I hope that makes sense. Any other questions y'all got? Let me see if I can find something. So remember, this means nothing. So they sent an acknowledgement of the dispute, which is great. They know you're disputing, and then included last 3 months of statements. It's like they're trying to be like, hey, no, bro, this is you. We're not saying it's not my guy Julian. We're disputing the fairness, accuracy, and completeness of what's on the credit report. So their little thing doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. And you're in your first round, bro. You're just getting started. Okay, you're just getting started. You got to do a minimum of 4 to 6 rounds to see exactly where you're at, and then keep pushing forward from there. If people are expecting to fix their credit after 1 round, that's not how it is. Like all those people that I just showed you, let's put them up on the screen. That's why they're all in different positions. You see 1 round, 2 rounds, 2 rounds, 1 round. These are all people only in 2 rounds or 1 round at the most. We have people that are in 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10. Depends on where you're at on your credit journey. Everyone's going to be different. There's no one size fits all. This is why DisputeBeast is very, very powerful, because it looks at your credit report and creates attacks based on your issues. It's not going to give you some generic letter that it gave somebody else. It's going to create its custom attack and custom attack flow based on your specific issues, using the AI, using Metro 2 compliance attacks, consumer law attacks, and factual attacks also. So that's the difference in DisputeBeast. I hope that makes sense for everybody. So Killing 10, send a request to support. It didn't charge you 3 times. It can only charge you once. You probably hit the button 3 times, so it appears on your statement as 3 times. Reach out to support. Support will fix it for you very quickly. Anybody that signs up for DisputeBeast is going to get an email to include all the support information. You have a support tab inside of DisputeBeast. It literally says support right there on the tab. I promise you. All you gotta do is click it, send an email, tell them your issue. DisputeBeast will fix it for you. But you have to wait. Most likely wait at least 3 to 5 days to make sure it doesn't clear, because it could just be a pending on your card or your debit card, whatever it may be, and then it just goes away. But if it charged you, it didn't charge you. I promise you, DisputeBeast isn't built that way. So you probably hit the button too many times because it was maybe taking a little too long or whatever happened. But it won't charge you 3 times. But reach out to support. Support will take care of it very easily. Let's see. I saw another question here. Yeah, so El Indio Melendez, he wants to know, does he send the letters? I'm going to say this in Spanish for anybody that may not understand what I'm going to say. El Indio, vas a mandar las cartas a la dirección que dice arriba la carta, ¿ok? La carta te va a decir la dirección y la compañía donde vas a mandarla, y tú la vas a mandar ahí. O si no, tú puedes usar el DisputeBeast, que DisputeBeast mande tus cartas para usted, pero nomás tiene que pagar el cuesta que le va a costar para mandarlos usando DisputeBeast. Ojalá que le ayude eso. So you guys just heard my Spanish right there. A little broken up, but you guys heard it. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Yo, this is the Big Hawk. This is why we pin these things at the very top of our pages. You know what's crazy? We're a verified page on Facebook, Instagram, but they still allow them to create these scammer pages. Like, we've done everything to try to take them down. We take down 25 pages and then another 20 will pop up. It's like, okay, so why are you guys not taking care of this? There's nothing that we can do, honestly. It sucks, man. But all you have to look at mine, it's verified. My page is a verified page. You have the little verified little button right next to it. That's how you know it's my page. And my page is the only one that has over 600,000 followers on it. So this is a very good one. I like this one, Christine Bailey. I discovered my credit issues at the credit union I went through, reported incorrectly. When I discovered it, I went to them directly and requested them to remove the incorrect information. That's exactly how you do it. Be super cool. Call them or even walk into the bank. Walk into the bank. That can be even more powerful. But just call them and say, hey, listen, there's some weird issues on my credit reports. I need you to fix them. And I would say more than 75% of the time they will fix them. Or if not, you just have no choice. You have to dispute. But Christine Bailey did the right thing. Went directly to the lender or the creditor and say, yo, I need you to fix this. So I have a suffix junior in my name. On my credit report, there is no suffix listed. Does this affect my report? Yes and no. This is a great question. So there can be juniors and seniors, but what's very important to understand is that it's not mixed up. You can go, everyone listen up. You can go to annualcreditreport.com and pull your credit reports for free. This is directly coming from the credit reporting agencies. Again, annualcreditreport.com. And make sure you only have one social security number on there. That will automatically tell you that it's only you. Now, you need to update it with the credit reporting agencies to show that you are a junior. Now, it doesn't affect your credit score, doesn't affect your lending options, but you want it to be accurate, right? So we want to do that. So you can go to Annual Credit Report and then pick up the phone and call them, the credit reporting agencies, and let them know. Here are the phone numbers for anybody that needs them. Experian has 2. One of them will work. Get to the fraud department. Ask to speak to the fraud department. Okay? And then you just tell them what your issue is. Say, hey, man, listen, be the nicest person you've ever been, and they will help you, I promise. So I hope that helps. But yeah, you want to get it fixed. Rudy Delgado Jr. Not senior, but junior. So let's get this off the screen right here. Unfortunately, it's just for Americans. But the credit system is completely different in the UK, unfortunately. I don't know how it is. I don't have any experience in it. We combined the powers of 4 credit repair experts in the credit repair game to create Dispute Beast. It wasn't just me. I have 3 other partners, but I am an owner of Dispute Beast who worked really hard to create this. We have one of the most amazing developers. Our development team is one of the most advanced teams out there that are constantly working to make Dispute Beast even better. We're constantly changing and updating so many things to make Dispute Beast better and more advanced than anyone else. Nobody's going to beat us out here in this game. If you can see how I actually create content and everything, just imagine how we work so hard to work on Dispute Beast constantly. Every week, we're always talking about how we can be better and how we can improve to bring you a truly powerful software out there, ladies and gentlemen, that can change lives. Now, this is a great question. I love this question. Can Dispute Beast erase a paid collection? I cannot say yes. I cannot say Dispute Beast can delete it because I would be lying to you and misleading to you. I'm not going to tell you that. But Dispute Beast has deleted paid collections in the past. It can attack any negative item that's hurting your credit. It's very important to understand. A paid collection is still hurting your credit. Again, this is a great example of why you need to negotiate a pay for delete and never ever pay a collection company if they're not going to delete it because it's still hurting your credit. This is a huge deal. Oh, I almost drank my water the wrong way. I was trying to read and drink. Yeah, the credit, see, like, so yeah, you're gonna have to put the work in, Francisco. So I don't know how the credit system works. It could be completely different, CC. So I can't really give any advice on that. I wish I could, but I can't because, like, you know, like in America, we have the FCRA and the FDCPA, and we have the CFPB, you know, and we have 12 credit reporting agencies. Plus, we have all of the other secondary bureaus out there. So I can't really say, you know, what to do or what it can do. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I just want to answer you. Yeah. So let me see. You could just watch my videos, yo, right here. You know what I mean? You could just watch my videos and use them as exactly how I do it on YouTube Shorts. Just watch those videos, bro. It's just that simple. And just talk about the results, just like we do. You know, make money on YouTube. I like that. I like that YouTube channel. So yeah, so look at the content that I create. My content is 100% solid, and just use that, fam. Past due payments to remove. So Dispute Beast will attack late payments. It wants to try to reverse it from late to on time, because if we can get it to reverse to on time, you're going to gain some points because you're going from negative to positive. We want to turn it to paid as agreed. That's what we want to do. Now, if it can't do that, it's going to try to delete it from the credit report. So you'll have a blank spot on your credit report. It'll remove that negative item from there. How your score will react will depend on every credit report. We don't know, but the general idea is to try to do that. Now, generally speaking, it can take up to 4 to 6 rounds to reverse or delete a late payment. If it doesn't do it within 6 rounds, your last option is to send a goodwill letter asking the company to reverse it. You're basically begging them to reverse it. You never want to send a goodwill letter in the beginning because you're admitting to the late payment. A lot of amateurs will tell you, send a goodwill letter first. No, you're admitting to the late payment, fam. Then you're going to give them the information and say, hey, I was late. Check this out. No, we don't want to do that because it can hurt you. Okay. Then you come back, you try to dispute it, and they're like, yeah, we got this letter right here, bro. You told us you were late. So how you going to try to dispute it? Dispute it first for 4 to 6 rounds. One of my really good friends had a late payment. And after the first round, he's like, oh, man, this is taking forever. I was like, bro, it's only been 30 days. It literally took exactly 4 rounds, and it reversed it. Capital One reversed it from late to on time. He was like, oh, my God, it happened. I was like, yeah, he had actual perfect credit profile. He only had 1 late payment. It was reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. He messed up. He missed his payment, and then they reported him late. And it was on there for like 2 years or something. No, it wasn't 2 years. It was like a year. And then he reached out to me, and he used his Dispute Beast, and he got it reversed. It was just that simple. So yeah, guys, I greatly appreciate everyone. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. We gotta put this up right here. This is wild. I'm on my 6th attack. My credit score has jumped 200 points since starting with the Speed Beast. He means Dispute Beast. I have 7 late pays. That's a lot of late pays, bro. That's crazy. Let's say congratulations to Make Money on YouTube for seeing his credit score jump 200 points with Dispute Beast. That's pretty wild. So, so the question is, should you continue? That's going to be up to you. You can move into a letter of forgiveness, or you continue to attack, because is it just the late payments that are left, or do you have collections or charge-offs? If you have collections or charge-offs, you should still continue to attack. But it really depends on how you feel about it, on whether or not you want to continue attacking. Because if you've had great success, I tell people when you're moving and you're having great success, continue attacking. But if you've become stagnant and stale, then look to your forgiveness letter. I've got videos on YouTube on how to delete late payments, and there's letters in those videos for forgiveness. So go to my YouTube channel and just find those late payment videos, how to delete late payments, and those should help you. This is a good question right here. I have some paid as agreed, but shows as collection or charge off. How? Because it's a collection or charge off. Because even if the status is wrong, so Dispute Beast is going to attack that status of paid as agreed. And how is it possible that it reports like that? Again, this is reporting inaccurately, because if it's paid as agreed, it wouldn't be a collection or charge off. But again, the system is broken and it's going to report all these things that are wrong. But allows dispute beast to attack that because it's inaccurate. But dispute beast will attack it. So it's pretty wild, but it happens a lot. So I just want to tell everyone thank you who came to the live. I greatly appreciate everybody. I'm gonna get off here and go eat some dinner and then go to bed. I appreciate everybody. Love everybody. Thank you for coming out here. Make sure you like this, share this, and save it and send it to all your homies and all your friends. I will catch you guys on the flip side again. Hope everyone has